I want to know what the benefits are of meditation, like why, like if it causes, let's say, someone to feel worse or someone to feel better, like is it relevant? I guess just, what the benefits are.
Rather than looking at, say, the benefits of meditation, we can look at it from this way. What are the downsides of the opposite of meditation? So the opposite of meditation is avoidance. It's avoidance of our feelings, avoidance of our thoughts. It's unconsciousness. It's keeping all of that in the dark. The downsides are quite obvious, right? We act unconsciously. We are not facing our psychological and emotional content. It's influencing us in ways that we aren't, aware of. That's what happens when we avoid. So meditation naturally is the opposite of avoidance. It's bringing light. It's bringing awareness. It's bringing consciousness, mindfulness to the thoughts in our head, our emotions, and the way that they influence our behavior, the way they influence the way that we feel, right? So when we meditate, we're basically saying, I'm going to sit here and look at what's going on inside my system. And by looking, I'm better able to regulate my behavior in a healthy way. I'm better able to relate with the content itself, better able to relate with the thoughts, the emotions. I'm not going to fight them, resist them, try to run away, try to avoid. I'm going to sit with them and face them. So those are like one way that we can look at the benefits of meditation. It's the complete opposite of avoidance, right? Avoidance in the long run, it's, doesn't really have any benefit really at all. In terms of the physiological changes, sitting in meditation has been shown to quite literally transform the brain, right? Don't quote me on this, but a certain amount of meditation has been shown to shrink the amygdala, the emotional component of our brain, the more primal part, maybe you could say. So we're able to then also increase our functioning of the frontal lobe, our executive functioning. So we're able to make good decisions, more ability to stay focused and aware on what's happening in the moment rather than getting distracted. We're able to think logically, rationally about our next move as opposed to operating solely from an emotional place, fight or flight. Meditation is also the practice of relaxation. So what are the benefits of practicing relaxation? Of course, it's quite obvious, right? We become more skilled at being able to relax and feel safe in our body, right? So when we meditate, we're practicing feeling safe. We're practicing not holding on unnecessarily to tension in our body, in our muscles, and our nervous system. So those are some of the benefits of meditation, and from a handful of different angles. It's not necessarily for everyone. You don't have to meditate. I've interviewed people on my channel that say I never meditated, and they've come to really advanced stages of the spiritual journey. But there are some great benefits to the practice for overall well-being on every level: psychological, emotional, spiritual, even physical, of course. It's important that we do note here that there are some adverse effects of meditation and mindfulness as well, which means that it does the opposite of avoidance. So avoidance has some short-term benefits, right? We can avoid our pain, which it can allow us to just get through the day. It's good. Long-term, not good. Short-term, it's good. So the opposite then is meditation, which means we're not going to avoid. And so today, stuff can start coming up from our past. So we need to be somewhat prepared for that. Meditate in a certain environment or with enough support and resources that if stuff does come up, we're able to handle it, right? So we don't want to start meditating, you do an intensely deep meditation the day before you have to, fly a plane or something. I don't know. Like, you get what I'm saying here. So we want to meditate in somewhat of an ideal environment where if material does come up, we can process it and work with it and then release it. And of course, then have the benefits on the other side of that. So that's a little about some of the benefits of meditation there.